Hey y'all, it's your girl Crystal Gem, and I'm back at again with another video. If you are new here, I do videos about books, music, movies, TV shows, nostalgia content, fandom culture, etc. So today's new hot topic was Janae's and Kenny breakup. So what is the tea around this breakup? Did he cheat on her, have a baby with her while he was in the relationship with her? Or have a baby with somebody else while he was with her? No, he decided to be in a relationship with her for a year, but while he was with her, he was talking about her behind her back. He was spewing so much anti-black sentiments about this girl in group text messages, and was basically saying that he was using her for money, that he don't like black women, and that he's ready to break up with her so he can F some bitches. Hey, that's based on what I've heard and what I've seen on Instagram. And honestly, very much a scam, basically. Very much giving off scammies. It's very much scamish, you know what I'm saying? Using her for monetary gain and stuff like that and being in a relationship. Basically, he decided to stay with her and continue to do Beyond the Villa because he thought he was going to get some good money out of it. Now, this might be worse than cheating. The fact that he was with her for a year and secretly had animosity towards her is insane. And this is why black women are scared to get into interracial relationships, because if you look into the fandom and how the fandom pushes anti-black rhetoric, it is not surprising that every now and then you will find one of the stars from this show being racist. Now, many people from the show of season 6 of Love Island did mass unfollow this man, and that's what makes it concerning. As a new watcher of the show, I am appalled that these black women contestants are getting done dirty in these relationships, and I'm glad that Janae's friends are sticking 10 toes behind her, because Janae from Love Island, she is not the only black woman that has gotten done dirty. Now, I haven't watched season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4, season 5 and stuff like that, but I might just watch those seasons and see how it all played out, and see how the black women were done on this show, because I really feel like they are the only people that get the short end of the stick when it comes to this reality TV stuff. Because using a black woman for monetary gain is sick. Pretending a year relationship with someone is sick, and I think Kenny needs to find some help and some professional help. But if you watch Beyond the Villa, I would say one of the red flags was they wanted Janae and Kenny to stay in an apartment together, stay in the same living space together, but Kenny wanted to live in a different living space. Kenny wants to live in a different living space, and that's what he requested. He did not want to live in the same living space as Janae. And at first, Janae felt some type of way. And she was talking about, well, that was my ego, da 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 da. And I'm like, and her friends reassure her until it's not your ego. Because it doesn't make sense for you to film this show Beyond the Villa and not be with the partner that you were dating. Because, mind you, they are up to a year of dating. So you already know this girl and stuff like that. You should be able to get comfortable with trying to do a test run of dating her, of living with her, because this is just for the show. This is not a permanent living situation, and the best time to learn to see if you can stay with her permanently in a living situation would to be do it on the show, obviously. But he did not want to do that, and compared to the rest of the couples, they were in the same living situation. Like Serena and Cordell stayed together, Leah and Miguel stayed together, so they were open to the whole living situation of being together. But Kenny did not want that, which is one of the red flags that you can see in Beyond the Villa. Also, another thing that you notice in Beyond the Villa, that man was always on his phone. And given the tea that has been came out right now, he was probably on his phone talking stuff about Janae while filming that show. So it's kind of crazy how the mask has slipped and unfold. And I'm very glad that he has been exposed for his racism. But I honestly think that black people that go on the show. Oh wait, sorry. Honestly, Janae is being graceful. She is being poised, very classy, very demure. She's a better woman than me though, because honestly, if I was in that position, I would screenshot the messages and send them to myself. Probably even post them junks on my IG story and stuff like that. Probably even send them fucking text messages into my group chat with my friends, because it's like, ain't no way you been dating me and you say you don't like black women. And on top of that, honestly, it would have got physical with me and Kenny if I was Janae, because I would have beat the mess out of him. I would have got a frying pan and went to work on his ass, throw some hot grits on his ass, cause like it's just weird. Like and honestly, and I want to do a deep dive into this, because when it comes to dating and finding a partner, you are looking for a person that makes you feel safe. Being with someone that doesn't like you and your demographic can be exhausting and stressful. Hidden racism is worse than blatant racism, because if it was up front, then you know how to avoid this person or avoid him. And then on top of that, I would say that as a thing where when it comes to black people and stuff like that, playing in our face is something that we don't like. So it's just the weird stuff, you know what I'm saying? Playing in this girl face, acting like you like her, and you secretly have an animosity, and you're talking bad about her, being racist in group chats and stuff like that, and talking about her, but still in this year-long relationship with her. Keep it up front instead of being fake. And that's the thing, that's how we feel about racism. Most black people rather it be up front, instead of trying to be cool and cordial or friendly with black people while actually secretly hating them, because that's just the weird thing to do. If you don't like somebody, then just be open about not liking somebody. You don't have to sit there and pretend to like someone, because nobody is forcing you to pretend and like someone. You can be open about not liking someone. Just be open about it. Ain't no need to hide it. But honestly, there's a reason why Kenny hid that racism and stuff like that, because he saw Janae as a dollar sign, and he was getting monetary gain from her being one of the popular contestants on the Love Island show. And so it makes sense why he didn't want to F it up for himself, because he just saw her as a means to monetary gain and stuff like that. And so I'm really glad that the mask did slip for Kenny, and I'm hoping that Janae can move on from this. And I did see an Instagram page covering the situation, and many black men are not making it better, saying things like, see, this is what happens when you this is why you should stick to black men. This mindset doesn't help, because a black woman just got used by a Hispanic man, and this is your takeaway from the situation. Instead of putting the fault onto a black woman, some black men in those comments should be chastising Kenny for what he did to Janae. And it's like, when black men are in these comments spewing this rhetoric that she did not like black men, and that this and that there, because when it comes to interracial dating, people be acting like black women don't like black men. We actually do. But if you're on a show that's diverse and is a lot of non-black people on there, you're going to get paired up with a lot of non-black people. You know what I'm saying? Because Janae did get paired up with a black man. She got paired up with Koye in the beginning of season 6. So the black man was her first choice. You know what I'm saying? He was her first choice, but he wasn't being up to par. He felt like he was the prize, and he was not putting effort when it came to courting Janae. And she's around a lot of non-black men that are trying to court her. Of course she's going to bring her attention to those men. It's not the black woman's fault when some black men out here be falling short, and then the first non-black man that actually puts effort into courting her, of course she's going to direct her attention to them. And people be making like it's a self-hate thing or something like that. It's not. You're not trying to put yourself in a position to be a man and to actually be a good boyfriend or become a good husband. That is why people are not trying to pick you as a courting, as a person, as a date. People are not trying to date you is because you're playing games. And we can see this with Cordell and Serena. Cordell and Serena had a bumpy road in the season, but they genuinely like each other, and this is a black relationship, and he genuinely cares about her and he brings life into her. They like each other really much, you know what I'm saying? And he was doing what he needed to do to court Serena properly. And mind you, black men has always been our first choice, but when a black man start playing around, that's when we get to be where we like, no, I can't do that. And honestly, I know there's gonna be people like, well, why you just find another black man? Tired. Just sticking to black men is not going to help. I rather find other dating options of outside my race and get with a guy that actually is into courting a woman and actually doing their role. Now, this whole situation with Kenny and Janae, this leads to a whole nother conversation with black women in the dating world. Many people promote divesting, but many black women don't want to end up in a Kenny and Janae relationship because it brings another level of trauma when it comes to dating a secret racist. Like, this person has access to you when you're in your most vulnerable state. This person has seen all sides of you, and when you are dating in your race, the main thing you can focus on is their personality and their behaviors and not their racial biases. And I'm sick of non-black men getting with black women, knowing the predicament that this dating world is in, getting with black women because it is beneficial to you. It should come from a genuine place, and all we ask is to understand us as human beings and not see us as others. Kenny needs to get help and unpack his anti-blackness. For this man to be Latino and black people exist within his community is crazy. Kenny is the type of Latinos that project anti-blackness within the Latino community, and you can tell because the way he was spewing negative comments about Janae is just very telling. But yeah, Kenny is a loser and he doesn't deserve Janae at all, and I wish her well and I wish her peace. I hope she's able to move forward and find someone better, and I hope she moves forward with her career and better herself as a human being. And that's all I have for this discussion today, guys. I'm sorry I didn't do a big dive in this topic, but I might make a video about the Love Island fandom, or I might do a review about the reunion. And so I want you guys to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.